A lot can go into trying to figure out your process, trying to figure out what it is that you're trying to accomplish on YouTube or Amazon, and sometimes you just don't know how to proceed from here. Hey, I'm just an average guy trying to make $100,000 online only using things like Amazon and YouTube, and I'm posting about it every day until I do. And yesterday on Amazon and YouTube, my three monetized YouTube channels, I only made about $40. And from the day before, that's a lot less, because the day before I made like $307. So it can be disheartening sometimes to have a good day and then such a bad day kind of in succession like that. But you got to just trust the process. And that's kind of, even when you don't know exactly how things are going to work out in the future, you simply have to trust the process. Now, in saying that, sometimes you have to say, well, do I need to make a pivot? And the answer to that is almost always yes. We should never just trust the process such that we just keep on making the exact same video every single day and not really trying to make any micro adjustments. The way to get big on YouTube is simply to jump in with both feet and say, I'm going to keep on trying this. I'm going to keep on, making micro adjustments every day and learn as I go. You're not going to make the perfect video the very first time you make a video. When you hit record, there's going to be things that you're going to want to cut out. There's going to be things that you're saying, well, that was not great, and that was not a great video, but you post it anyway because you're trusting the process. And the part of the process is learning as you go, learning enough to say, I'm not great yet, but I'm going to get there. There's a great video by Ira Glass. I think it was originally an audio clip that he had said at some point or something like that, but somebody made it into like one of those kinetic word videos or whatever. I highly encourage you to watch it, but it basically says, in the creative process, there's going to be a long period of time in which you have great taste, where you know what's good, and you have aspirations to make what's good, but you also are honest with yourself enough to know to say, what I'm making is not good.
What you're making isn't so good.
It's not that great, but you simply have to put enough of yourself out there. Keep on making stuff. Keep on being creative.
It takes a while. It's going to take you a while.
And eventually you'll get there. Eventually you get to the point that, maybe it's not where I want it to be yet. And I think, honestly, we always need to have room to grow. Not to say that we shouldn't try to achieve what we want to achieve and get to where we want to get. But at the same time, if we think we've arrived, then we probably are just kind of egotistical. Like, there's always room to grow. So in the process of trying to get there, the only way to get there is to trust the process, to keep on making stuff, to say, maybe my stuff isn't great yet, but the only way to be great is to keep on practicing, keep on working towards it. Now, some people say you don't have to post all that stuff. I say go ahead and post it. One, because even if you're not to where you want to be just yet, there are going to be people who are really wishing that they were at your level right now. So there's always people that you could teach along the way. There's people who are beyond you in terms of where you want to go, and there's people who are I hate to use the word below you or behind you, but there's people who want to learn from where you are right now, and you can teach them. You can teach them even though you're not as good as what you want to be. You can teach them where you are, and you can bring them along the journey as well. So even as you still learn, even as you still progress, you can still be a teacher at the same time. Now, in my own personal journey, both on YouTube and on Amazon, I've learned a lot along the way. And honestly, even some of the things that I've learned, I haven't even fully implemented, because right now I'm at a place in my journey where I simply say, I'm going to be posting every day, even if it's not great, even if it's not up to my standard. I'm posting every day. Now, after I finish this experiment, it's going to be in about 3 or 4 days. I'm going to take a step back from that. I'm going to take a step back from posting every day, these longer-ish videos, and say, I want to make stuff that is, I wouldn't say, fully up to my standard, because I still want to be posting more regularly than I was, but I'm going to take things up a notch, and maybe I'll take a step back from the daily videos, the daily 8-minute video, still posting my daily update video as a short, or maybe like a short-ish video, that kind of thing. But I'm going to start making longer, high-effort content again that I was making before I even started this daily challenge at all, because I have so many ideas. I have so many things that I really want to implement, but I just don't have time to do, because I'm making these daily videos. And I know that some of the stuff that I want to make, man, it'll just do really, really well on YouTube. But I'm committed to, right now, posting every day. So the question becomes, how do you know whether to trust the process and do what it is that you're doing and just keep on doing that, or to say, I need to make a pivot and I need to do something different or better, or just an experiment of some kind, so that to see if I want to go in a different direction. And the answer, at least as far as what I've come to understand, is always do that. Always be pivoting. Always be experimenting. Always be trying something new. Because the moment you stop trying something new, the moment you stop experimenting is when your content's going to get stale. And even if you found something that works on your channel and people are resonating with, eventually, if you just keep on doing that same thing, that's going to become stale to your audience as well. We should always be experimenting. We should always be learning and growing and trying new things. And that's part of trusting the process. Because as soon as we say, I've arrived at the kind of content that I want to make forever, one, it's going to get boring to yourself. And at least for me, I know I would get bored doing the same thing all the time. Two, it's going to get boring to the people around you. Three, even if it doesn't get boring to them, even if it's good for a while, eventually the people in your sphere, whatever it is your topic is, they're going to outperform you because they're continuing to innovate, and you've just kind of remained stale where you are. So it's important on so many levels to keep on trusting the process, keep on experimenting, to keep on moving forward, to keep on trying new things, and not being satisfied with how the results you've gotten in the past. That it's just part of it. Like, we can be so super sad, super down on ourselves, super blaming the algorithm or whatever else because our content hasn't performed the way that we want. Or we can say, you know what? This is just part of it. This is just part of learning how to grow on YouTube. This is just part of seeking to make an income online. This is just part of trying to grow a business or whatever it is. We have to be okay with failure. And they say this all the time, right? The quickest way to success is to fail over and over and over again. The people who end up making the world's greatest successes, the greatest inventions, the greatest businesses are the people who are content, maybe content's the wrong word, but okay with failing over and over and over again. I don't know how many times it was that Thomas Edison failed before he made the light bulb, but he made hundreds of light bulbs that wouldn't work. And of course, that's built on the backs of other people who also tried doing the same thing. He wasn't the first person to even make a light bulb if you kind of research it. But he learned from it. He grew from it. He innovated from it so that he could make something that is so standard in homes today. And of course, the technology's changed. He made the fluorescent, I think, or something like fluorescent, incandescent. But anyway, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's the people who are okay failing and failing and failing and failing over and over and over again, but saying, I'm going to make a small tweak. I'm going to innovate. I'm going to trust the process of experimentation and trust the process of getting a little bit better each time. Those are the people who end up making huge successes, both on YouTube or just in life. Hey, I don't have all this figured out, but if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm just an average guy.